Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So we are almost at the end of this holy month. This video is all about a 16-minute iftar routine, how I manage my time within an hour and make some delicious recipes. I hope you enjoy the video. Keep watching. Here I'm making the masala for the egg puffs. So in a small pan I've taken around 3 tablespoons of oil and I'm adding one large finely chopped onion into this. And on the other burner I've kept water for boiling. Those are for the potato wedges. So these egg puffs turned out to be really nice and they tasted very similar to the ones that we get in bakeries all across Bangalore city. So here I'm going to let the onions cook for some time. So the water here is boiling. I am going to add these potato wedges into boiling water. I have taken 2 medium-sized potatoes and made them into wedges. I'm only making few wedges because both of us will binge eat if I make more and there won't be an end to it. Here on the side the onions have browned well, so I'm adding around half tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, mixing that well. Now I'll add some dry spices, half teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, then around half teaspoon of coriander powder and 1 teaspoon of chaat masala, salt according to taste, mixing all that nicely. And I've added 1 small tomato which is finely chopped. So I'm going to let all these ingredients cook nicely. So I'm going to let the wedges cook in the boiling water for 5 to 6 minutes. That's it, not more than that. We still want the wedges to hold their shape. So here the masala for the egg puff is ready. I'm going to let it cool. Meanwhile, I am preparing the eggs. So I had boiled these eggs earlier and now I'm de-shelling them. I'm cutting them in half and I'll coat them with salt and pepper. I'm adding ground black pepper onto it nicely. I'm coating it on both sides with pepper. I really like the taste of pepper a lot. So here are the wedges which I had drained and let them cool. Now they're cooled and I've transferred them into another bowl, into which I am adding oil, around 1 tablespoon, and I'll coat these wedges nicely with the oil. Next I'm adding 2 tablespoons of corn flour. So for the spices I'm adding around half teaspoon of red chili powder, some ground black pepper and just a pinch of garam masala. You can, if you wish, add oregano, red chili flakes and other stuff. Because I didn't have any, I didn't add it. Then I've added salt according to taste. I'm mixing them nicely. might as well use the hands and coat the wedges nicely. So I've mixed it well and I'm setting it aside for some time until I fry them. Moving on to the egg puffs. So I'm lining the baking tray with some parchment paper or baking paper. So these are the puff pastry sheets that I use, the Sunbula ones. I really like them. So this is how you get it. These sheets are individually wrapped. So I'm placing these puff pastry sheets onto the baking tray. Next, I am placing the masala onto these puff pastry sheets as much as you want. Onto this, I'm going to be placing the eggs and I'm going to wrap it. You can make any shape that you wish. I like them to be this way. So I'm pinching the edges. Next, time for egg wash. This is what will give the golden color to our puffs. So I'm brushing the egg liberally on all the puffs. So now I am going to be placing my puffs inside the oven, which I had preheated for around 10 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius at baking mode. You just have to follow the instructions on the puff pastry packet and it'll be fine. So I've put it on baking mode and the temperature is going to be 200 degrees Celsius. I'm going to bake them for around 20 minutes. I'll check them on 15. So here I'm heating the oil for the wedges. Adding the wedges now. Make sure the heat or the flame is on medium high, not more than that. If not, the wedges will burn and won't cook from the inside. So next I'm making Kesari Baath, for which I've taken 1 tablespoon of ghee into the pot. I'll let that melt. Into this I've added 2 pods of cardamom. I'll let the cardamom pods crackle in the ghee a little bit. Then I'm adding cashews and raisins. I have roughly chopped the cashew nuts. I'll let these brown and then add water. I've added around half a cup of water, and into this I'm adding a little bit of orange food color. If not, it won't be Kesari Baath without the color. I'm going to let the water boil. Traditionally you are supposed to add saffron strands to the water, but I didn't have any, so I have substituted it with the orange food color. So into the boiling water I am adding semolina, slowly and gradually, constantly stirring the water so that it does not form lumps. No one likes a lumpy Kesari Baath. So I do not know the exact amount of semolina that I've put in because I just do it by the eye, but I'm guessing it should be around 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to let the semolina cook in the water, and once it thickens, I am going to remove it off the flame. You can lower the flame if it is a gas cooktop, but because this is electric, I find it difficult. So I remove it off the flame, add the sugar, and then put it back onto the heat just for about 4 to 5 minutes until the sugar melts, and then our smooth Kesari Baath will be ready. So I've shifted my wedges to the bigger burner. As you might have noticed, it was dancing in another burner. I don't know why that happens. So these are the first batch of the wedges. I am going to be removing them. I'm going to fry the next batch of these wedges. Again, the heat is on medium high. Meanwhile, the oven is calling, and let's see if the puffs are done or not. So I wanted them to be a little more golden, so I put them back in the oven for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, this is how they turn out to be. Let's have a look at the Kesari Baath. It was resting for about 10 minutes, and you can see smooth and just melt in your mouth. Perfect. Here are the wedges, crispy and really delicious. Here's a look on the puff. It turned out to be really nice. Let me show you the inside of it as well. So that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, please do like, share and comment, and also please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, Allah Hafiz.